a fantastic Saturday. Getting my cards ready. If you see me looking down, I have my iPad here with your questions. Let me get comfortable. I've been doing readings all day. Members, you have some wonderful new videos coming out over the next couple of days. One being the mini unicorn class. And so tonight we're going to finish up when we do our 3-card pull with the unicorn deck. So I thought tonight we will look at that tumultuous, chaotic time between Election Day, November 5th, and Inauguration Day, January 20th. I think there's going to be a lot of shenanigans, shall we say. And I thought doing a live, I can do a nice full spread on that and answer your questions that you have. Some of the questions are funny. Just because some of you have such great senses of humor about all of it, because we have to, right? If it's one of those things, if you don't laugh, you'd cry. So can you hear and see me okay before we get too much further? And also too, if you haven't, please hit the like button. It does wonders for my algorithm. So does, leaving a comment, even if it's just an emoji. Subscribing, check out membership. It is robust, dozens of courses, hundreds of hours of content. And I have a few readings left for the rest of 2024. So if you do want a reading in 2024, go to dianeaquarius.com. I am wearing my Otter Spirit bracelet. The discount code is there for all of you. I'm glad so many of you bought them. They're great, aren't they? I have more coming. They're like a lovely company to work with. Okay, so I'm coming in loud and clear. Perfect. You can see and hear me. Let me say hi to a few people. Who's here? A lot of you. Hello, Tim, Lightworker, Mags Wags. Ian, Carol, Prancy, Lucretia, Meg, Jules, Mary, Jenny, Pamela, another Mary, June. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So here in Salem, Mass, it's a bit stormy. It's been a bit crazy. Like just downpours. It's so dark out. I had to put all kinds of lights on so you could actually see me. I'm going to tilt the camera down some. So for those of you that get a little seasick, I'm tilting it down a bit. That way you can see the cards. Mags, you just received your Otter Spirit order. Yeah, I mean, they're fast with shipping and they come like so beautifully done up. Yes, Lulu, vote Harris Waltz, right? And to everyone that says, oh, Diane, you're biased. But here's the thing. I remember being in grade school and predicting Bush. As you know, I predicted that 45 would get in the first time, and I knew that he was coming. I knew. The turning point for me, I never felt good when he was coming down the escalator. I'll be honest. But the turning point for me is when, that official announcement at the DNC, when they went from Bernie to Hillary, I was like, oh, I know it's time. It's time. I could tell we shifted timelines. Okay, we're in that timeline where 45 becomes president. So whether you're biased or not, it doesn't turn your psychic abilities on or off, right? And I am one of the few psychics that did predict both vice presidents getting picked. I did say that Vance would be picked and Walz would be picked. So it doesn't really matter where I stand. My predictions seem to hold up. Let's see, who is this? Sayla B, you're also from Mass. I know, you guys keep asking, is he going to jail? Is he going to jail? Is he going to jail? You know what? I've been reading on him for years. Have you ever heard me say yes? Could be wrong. You have to be humble. But have you ever heard me say, I see the handcuffs and the orange suit. No. But here's the thing. Have we ever put a president in jail? No. So they don't know what to do. It doesn't mean that he's not going to be found guilty. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is there's going to have to be a new policy and procedure. And what I think is going to end up happening if he makes it that long, and this is a big if he makes it that long to a sentencing where, it's actually where he's facing, something that is criminal that he could go to jail for, I do think it would be more of a house arrest situation. I don't think they could just put him into an actual prison. I think that psychically, and I also think that just practically, it would be a 3-ring circus. Alexandra, born and raised in Mass, live in New Hampshire now. You're my northern neighbor. Absolutely, June. Karma is coming for him. Karma is coming for all of us, right? I mean, if you do something wrong, however you want to word it, the energies will balance themselves out, right? I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in. So if you're watching this after the fact, you may want to fast forward a few minutes. And I did start a couple of minutes late. I was just trying, Annie was doing the typical cat thing. Annie was saying, I sort of want to go into your office, but I sort of don't. And so, we were playing that game. So welcome. Hi, Nirjana, Kathleen, Betsy. Welcome. Hello, Kelly W. I always see your comments, Kelly W. Yes, let me take a sip. I have raspberry lemonade today. I always tell you guys what I have. Yep, Annie is my baby. She's feeling good today. Today was a good day. Okay, so let's get into it. Oh, what is that, Suska? Early voting opens October 19th at Salem City Hall. You did it in 2020 and it was super easy. Yes, yeah. Early voting's great, isn't it? I'm so glad. We need options. Yes, Sandra, cats have an open door policy. Aren't they funny? They're such brats. She does that with going out on the balcony too. It's like, do I want to go out? Do I not want to go out? And the thing is, here in Salem anyways, I can't attest for all of Massachusetts, but here in Salem, the weather changed drastically in just a few short days. It went from being in the 80s to it is freezing. I am wearing socks at night. I am bundled up. It is crazy. Okay, so yes, Alexandria, get the popcorn. Oh my goodness. Golden Lady, hello, good to see you. Yes, if you close the door, they'll want to come in. You leave it open, they don't. Do you know how many recordings she has ruined? Like when I go to make a podcast, new podcast coming out tomorrow, guys, too, on raising yourself, ascending to 5D consciousness. I think you'll love that podcast, everyone. But she has ruined more meditation videos that I have made and podcasts and affirmation videos. And, like you'll hear them meow in the back and, oh Lord. Okay. So let's get into it. So I asked all of you, who should we look at in that time frame? And you guys gave me quite a lot of material to work with, more than I could ever do. It would be like, a 10-hour video, right? But what I thought we would do that I don't normally do, but I love to do, if you get a personal reading with me, I do this, is I do a Celtic cross spread. And so I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread specifically on November 5th to January 20th. So Election Day to Inauguration Day. For those of you that don't know what a Celtic cross spread is, it's a 10-card spread, and it covers everything from challenges, obstacles, the next, I'm going to place the intention though. Normally it would do the 3-month and the outcome. It'll be, the 3-month will be the election day. The outcome will be inauguration day. And some of the more subtle hidden energies. And I like to do clarifiers. So is everyone having a fantastic Saturday? I've been busy doing readings, making videos. It takes forever. You know, filming the video takes no time at all. It's the editing, the uploading. There has to be an easier way. And for those of you that are new, I do have a tendency to use the standard Rider-Waite deck. I do offer a course in tarot, but for free. You can, if you're in the general public, you can start to take some of the course. You'll see that it's in its own playlist if you're interested and you want to learn more. It'll get you a really good idea of what to expect from the course, plus give you like tons of information. Good, Palma. Glad you're having a good day. Okay. I'm not sure how the camera angle looks. Can you see all the 10 cards? Oh, Pam, that person that used to help me with production did so little. I mean, they charged so much and did so little. I still ended up doing the bulk of the work. And plus they kept trying to like reinvent me. And I'm like, please stop. You know, I'm too old to reinvent. I'm going to be me at this point, you know. But no, they did so little. They did so little. The people that you see that have the real big channels, they have a team. And that makes all the difference. You can only see the bottom row. Okay. Just want to do, and yes, some of my clarifier cards are shiny. I know they're shiny, but I still tell you what they are. Because I'll always get someone saying, I can't see the card, it's too shiny. Yeah, but I love my shiny decks. So I will always tell you what it is, but I have to use, you know, strong lights. But this will give us a very in-depth, juicy look at that time frame. Okay, here we go. So if you're just coming in, this is looking at Election Day to Inauguration Day. So the overall energy is the Lovers. And look, it's being watched over by Archangel Raphael. I love that. And then you have the two sides, right? The two sides are both going to be out voting, for their candidates. This could be the candidates themselves, but, I think in general, this represents the Democrats, the Republicans, and this whole process together being divinely watched over, which gives me a great sense of comfort, to be honest with you. Now, looking at the obstacles, 8 of Swords, Ace of Swords. So lots of sword energy, okay? So that's our obstacles. That tells me we're not going to know the truth right away. And I think that's what a lot of us have been picking up. That, typically you have a pretty good sense when you go to bed of how things are, and definitely by the morning, you pretty much know. I know some people like to argue with me. No, you don't know until like 10 years on. No, stop. When I go to bed, I usually have a good sense. I have a very good sense of, okay, I know. But here's the other thing too. No matter what happens that night, I'm going to go to bed at the same time. I'm in bed at 9 o'clock. Don't call me. I'll be in bed, snuggling my cat, reading my book, enjoying life. We can't get into the negativity and the muck and the mire. Okay. Now, what as a collective, okay, what's the United States as a collective? What are our conscious thoughts? That there's going to be a delay. 4 of Swords. You notice this guy? He's laying flat. Nothing's happening. More sword energy. So sword energy is our thoughts, right? Swords are also in tarot double-edged. They're fair, they're balanced, they're moral, they're ethical, they are just. Okay, so that has a strong theme right off the bat. Subconscious thoughts, 8 of Cups. We know that one side, no matter what, has to walk away, right? You can't have both sides winning. That would be interesting. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? If we had like dual presidents. But so we know one side's going to walk away. So as a collective, we're like, wait, is this going to be my side that walks away or their side that's walking away? So those are the thoughts, the overall energy and the challenges that come up right away in this spread. In the past, karma, this is the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So karma, our destiny, our fate has played a role. So leading up to what I'm about to read next, the actual election day, is America's karmic destiny and fate. All right? So, make sense so far, everybody? Everybody with me so far? Election day. Things are flying. It's going. Speed. It's, 8 of Wands. It's going to feel like it's over before it even started. I feel like it's going to be a whirlwind. Okay, this is a whirlwind energy. But what I also like too is this is a card of new opportunities coming in. And when I went to clarify it, and mind you, this is election day that I'm looking at, November 5th, we have both sides, okay? Yes, I know it's shiny, do not tell me. 2 of Cups. So we have both sides coming in. So we have the Lovers, we have the 2 of Cups. Both sides are there, they're present, their energy is there, they're physically there, they're voting. And it's a day that's actually, I like that we get the Queen of Pentacles because it means that it's grounded, right? The Queen of Pentacles, she's very grounded, she's down to earth. So yes, it's a whirlwind, but this is also saying both sides are showing up, but it's going to be grounded. It's going to be okay that day. So for those of you that have like those, real fears of the big protests and, crazy things happening, it's saying it's going to be a rather grounded day. Oh, and in case if anybody's wondering, for whatever reason, YouTube is not allowing me to change this into landscape mode. It's sticking me in portrait, but actually that's kind of better for what I'm doing now. So I'm not going to complain, but yeah, it's a glitch. It'll come back. So how Americans see themselves. So how do we as Americans see ourselves as a collective? Kind of crying over spilt milk. 5 of Cups. Like we're all upset about these spilled cups here, and we're not looking at the good stuff back here. And so this is sort of like how maybe the rest of the world, other countries are viewing us, like, oh, those Americans are belly aching again. That kind of energy. Okay. How they see us, Ace of Cups, how the rest of the world sees us, is having a beautiful new beginning. They think this is going to be a fresh new start for us. So isn't that fantastic, right? So I like how the other world sees us, that, yeah, maybe we complain and go back and forth. But of course, too, I think a lot of these countries, maybe their elections aren't quite so tumultuous and crazy and bombastic as ours are. And let's face it, I don't think any of them have the Electoral College. So let's factor that in. Our hopes and fears. Well, this is us, 3 of Wands, waiting for our ship to come in. So even though it's yellow, that's actually water. There's boats there. We're waiting for our ship to come in. So now we're further on the timeline. Election day has passed, and we're heading towards Inauguration Day. We're waiting for our ship to come in. Now, here is something interesting. The next batch of cards that I pull is for Inauguration Day. And it starts off wild and woolly here. So we actually see our friend, the 3 of Wands, again. So we're still kind of waiting a little bit for our ship to come in. So this makes me wonder if it's actually going to happen on January 20th, or is this the energy right before it, on the 18th, the 19th, because tarot is not always specific with actual dates, right? So it could be like a few days before, but here is the main card for Inauguration Day, the Hermit. And the Hermit is about learning something, being educated about something, gaining knowledge about something. So there is something that we're going to learn, and then we're like, oh, I'm waiting for my ship to come in. Things, 4 of Cups, still need to be decided. And once again, 2 of Wands, kind of like waiting for a ship to come in, right? Looking over the water, holding the earth there. Like, what's going on? I'm waiting for things to happen. And then, okay, Lady Independence comes in, and America prevails, the Empress card. I like that we get these 2 cards. So, based on this, I would say, yes, Kamala is winning. And I would say Election Day looks calm. Inauguration Day, I wouldn't be shocked if it didn't happen on the 20th, or if we didn't know well in advance. Because typically, yes, I know they have to actually, go through a procedure. I am aware of that. Do not send me emails before Inauguration Day. I know that. But we usually know in November, who's won. We know in November who has won. And I'm saying, I don't know if that's going to be the case this time. I'm not so sure. And so we start off with a lot of uncertainty. We learn a lot of things. And then Kamala comes in. That's how I see it. And so that tells me shenanigans, chaos, And, at this point, with 45's campaign, they're spending money on, all the legalities of trying to make him president, not on campaigning. And doesn't anyone on the other side find that a little odd that they're not putting money towards the campaign? They're putting all this money into fighting the results. So we know something's going to happen because they're planning it. I mean, they're saying it. It's not like they're hiding it. I don't know if you have to be psychic for that part of it. And I think, yeah, that is the reality of it. So how does this resonate with all of you? Does this make sense? Is this what you're seeing? Is this what you're feeling? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, Holly, interesting. Holly says, but in the end, it's over for the Republicans. It's very strange. When I look at them in the future, because as you guys know, I specialize in looking at 20 years out. But even if I just look a few years out, they're there, but they're not there. So something happens, like this changes them forever. They are no longer the party they once were. The party that had Reagan and the Bushes, that party is going away. Actually, I think it already has gone away, hasn't it? But that sort of stability and predictability that they had, right? That, any political party would have. That seems to be going away. So they're in for massive, massive changes. Princess, I love your name, Princess of Foolishness. You wonder if Biden will step down before January 20th. And that could actually cause some of the chaos, wouldn't it? Let's take a look. Will Biden step down before the 20th? Speculation, thinking about it. Page of Wands. Obstacles, sorrow, grief. Outcome, still thinking about it. Interesting progression. Page of Wands to Two of Wands. So still thinking about it, still a real possibility. Ace of Swords, there's some sort of truth coming out, something that we're learning. For those of you that follow me, you know this is my Kamala card. Here she is. Here she is. And the question was, is Biden going to step down before the 20th, January 20th? And on the bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles, the card of, poor health, having issues, loss, that sort of thing. That could be part of the chaos that we're seeing, because that would be a little strange. I'm not sure if that's happened in history before, like where right before, the vice president becomes president, if something happens to the I don't know. I just feel like everything that we're going through is just sort of unprecedented. I remember the good old days when elections and all of that were just nice and neat. Yeah, right? So, Ian says if he does step down, then she won't have to be sworn in January. She'll already be in. Like, how does that? Yeah, right. Like, how does this work? Because she would be sworn in. But then does she get resworn in? Like, I do not know. I mean, honestly, they did not go over this in my civics class. And I even did take it in college, but these are extraordinary things. You're right, Holly. Kamala is ready. And that is the bottom line. She is ready. She's the person for the job. She is going to get things done. I feel confident about that. So I'm just looking at your comments. Well, right, Mags Wags, then who becomes the right, so I think Speaker of the House becomes Vice President. So that'd be what, Mike Johnson? And then he would be certifying the results. And Lord have mercy. Okay, let me look at some of your comments here. So Elaine, and I think Elaine, Elaine and Surf Mom, I think that your two questions, okay, and Marie, your questions got the most likes, so let me definitely do those three. Okay, so Elaine wants me to do Clarence and Ginny Thomas. You put a lot of people in there. I can't read out every single one. So let's look at the future of Clarence and Ginny Thomas. Now, I do think Clarence is stepping down. I do. I absolutely do. I'm going to pull 3 cards for Clarence, 3 cards for Ginny. Okay, so Clarence is going to try to hang in there, 4 of Pentacles, but there is no new opportunities coming his way. Nobody's rushing in. There is no white knight on a steed coming in to save him, and he has to face the judicial system, you know, a higher power if he stays. I'm going to go one further out because I just want to see like where this takes me with Ginny. Oh. Well, Jenny's a hot mess. She's hard at work. There she is, trying to make mischief, doing her thing, but not learning along the way. So it's like, because this is like a card of mastery and whatnot. So yeah, she's been like a master of doing, you know, terrible things, but she's not learning her lessons along the way. And she starts off feeling very, you know, smug and good about things. But then she's like, oh, wait, now there's these decisions that I have to make, and I got to make them pretty fast. Something's happening. Something's coming towards me, and she doesn't like the results. Very brokenhearted and sad. So I think the 2 of them are Beanie. You know what, though, Elaine, you did, I just recently did Vlad, so I'm not going to do him again, but I will do Governor Abbott. Let's do Abbott if he's going to stay in Texas. And I will do Ted Cruz in Texas because I know that's one, you know, those are 2 rather, I'm sorry, 2 that you guys all care about. So Governor Abbott in Texas, what's going on? Oh, crazy. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, so is Governor Abbott indeed up for re-election? Because there is something horrible coming his way. Like I said, I really don't watch the news, guys. I read enough and, you know, like I read. I don't like to absorb too much of the news. I watch about 10, 15 minutes a day. That's enough. And I don't keep up with Texas politics. But there's a drastic change coming. And it has to do with him being in power. Okay. And he has decisions to make that leave him hard at work. But he's like defeated. Something horrible is happening. And then you get these 2 judicial cards. Literally judicial cards. Some kind of legal problems, legal issues that create this tower moment where everything falls apart for him. So that's Governor Abbott, guys. Not seeing anything good for him. And then let's take a look at our friend Cancun Cruise. Now that one I did see. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine leaving your own constituents to be someplace more cozy? So no, Lulu, Abbott is always in trouble with law. Okay. Yeah, interesting. So there is something coming for Abbott that is legal in nature that is really going to rock him, rock his world, change the trajectory of his path. Okay. Ted Cruz. All right, let's take a look. It's his last term. Oh, well, I think he's going out with a bang then. I think Ted Cruz is going to be fine overall. He gets the card of like financial independence, being very wealthy and luxurious. But he is having a hard time persevering, putting one foot in front of the other. He's not having the best time with all of this. New opportunities coming his way, but it's also balanced with some losses too. So there's like this thing with him where there's good and there's bad. Okay. But overall, he starts a brand new phase of his life, the world card, and more financial offers and gifts and money and whatnot coming his way. So interesting stuff. Let me give you a little heart there. Okay. So Surf Mom Florida. You hate to ask me to read on all these dark entities. I know, they're all ghoulish, aren't they? But Stephen Miller. Now, I'm not even sure, what is Stephen Miller up to nowadays? I feel like I read on him, but it felt like it was like eons ago. So let's take a look. Like I say, sometimes I feel like, maybe my readings are a little bit more accurate because they are cold reads for me. I am not sitting there following all these people, because it's nasty energy. Why would I want to? And also too, I think if you really follow all of this religiously, faithfully, then you're making more practical predictions opposed to psychic predictions, right? Probably being a talking head on Fox. Yeah, that could very well be Ian. So let's see what's going on with our friend Stephen Miller. Oh, Lord. Like I said, he's ghoulish. Welcome to everyone that just came in. Hi, Dara, Joanne, Debbie, welcome. Okay, Stephen Miller. Nothing good is coming for the guy. I don't know what he's, doing at this moment, but there's nothing good. So at the moment, he's trying to find some peace, some balance, some harmony in his life, but he's having real work issues. I would say he's having maybe some work money type issues at the moment. There's something going on that's affecting his ability to be as productive or persuasive, conniving as he would like, if that makes sense. Reading your comments. If you guys see me looking at this afterwards, I'm just looking at the comments. Okay, so Stephen Miller is advising 45's campaign on immigration. Oh, Lord have mercy. So he's kind of living in a fantasy world. Seven of Cups, he's not grounded. Everything inside those cups aren't real. Baubles, fairies, castles, it's just, craziness. He's really partnered up with the wrong person. How often do we see this, right? So Okay, so he's partnered up with 45. This has led him to be restricted. Now I've got nothing. I jumped on the 45 train and I am stuck. And he's just trying to weigh his options on what he can do next. So no cards of success, cards of restriction, not working, not making money. He's in for a tough time, guys. For someone that I haven't looked at for a long time, he is not doing so great. What was the other big? Muriel wants me to read on Chief Justice Roberts. I will read on Musk and Mike Johnson, because I see a lot of you guys asked me about that. So let's read on Chief Justice Roberts, what's coming up for him. Well, here he is fighting everybody around him, right? 7 of Wands. He's on that hill and he's fighting everybody. He's getting no support. Nobody's helping him. His obstacle. Wow, this keeps coming up. And you guys see how I put my cards away, right? Like I literally open it up section by section, putting the cards away. He hasn't learned any lessons. Isn't it amazing? These people, you know, who have so much power, such educations, are not learning from their mistakes. They're not able to move forward. So crazy. So crazy. He's trying to hang on, though. He's trying to hang on. 4 of Pentacles. He's trying to hold in there. He doesn't want to go. Another 4 here. 4 of Cups. He's going to be presented with choices that he does not like. Interesting. Let me go out more. Ace of Wands. That would be a fertile new beginning, where he's getting more money. Ace of Pentacles from the Republican Party. 10 of Pentacles. That's my card for the Republican Party. So he could very well be leaving being a Supreme Court justice and getting into politics. That would make perfect sense. Yes, Pamela, no humility with these folks because they have such opportunities to learn, you know, much more than like your average person. And yet they don't seem to. But where Roberts is getting all these like new beginnings and not a continuation of what he's doing, that makes me feel like, well, as a person, he's going to be okay, you know, but he's not going to be a Supreme Court justice. And I do see a lot of the Supreme Court justices going. I've said that before. I'll say it again. Okay. All right. Elon Musk. He is just somebody I have such a hard time tolerating. You know, once again, someone who's so smart. He's brilliant, you know, great scientist and terrible human being. You know, so let's see what's coming up for Musk. Welcome, Sharon. So this is a little bit like what I've been getting for him in the past. You know, the Fool card, I'm going to take it twofold. One, he has been acting foolishly. It's not in his best interest. He really needs to step out of the public eye, just be a scientist at this point, right? He's doing more damage to his brand than good. And so, you know, yes, acting foolishly. But this could also mean he's taking a new path coming up. His obstacle, he's just not thinking. He's not thinking clearly. And, he's getting so caught up in all this drama that he just doesn't need to be. It's like he's trying to be a social media person, a celebrity. And it's like, look, you're a scientist. That was always your strength. Stick to it. Improve upon things. Make life better. He does find some balance, but it doesn't fulfill him. Temperance card. Because Three of Wands comes up and he's waiting for his ship to come in. He's waiting for things to get better. And it really tests all of his strength and courage. Tests his patience. He has a strength card. And so he does get back to work, working on, I think, what actually matters, Eight of Pentacles. But it's with a broken heart. It's with sadness. It's like with a sense of loss. And so I think everything that he was hoping for, once again, I mean, he did back the Trump train, and well, we know how that pays off for people, don't we? I mean, he has money, so he'll survive, but not at the capacity that he wants to. I mean, because you have to remember, he is fairly vain, right? He has had a massive amount of plastic surgeries and whatnot, so, I really thought, I really think he has thought that he was going to be like a big celebrity and get into that culture, be a bit more of a Kardashian kind of person. And now he's just going to be his little narcissistic self. Okay. Let's look at Mike Johnson. Oh gosh. Okay, we'll do Mike Johnson. And I have never read on her. I will finish this up with reading on Laura Loomer. What a bizarre character. And then we'll finish on a happy note with our unicorns, because we need to. So Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House. I mean, I do see him going. I've said that, quite a while ago. I mean, first card right off the bat, Eight of Swords. He's stuck. He's trapped. But it's by his own doings, right? The binds are loose. He can move on. The man can move on. His obstacle, his relationship with 45, Page of Cups. The card of pulling back, withdrawing, retreating, Four of Swords. He goes into something else. So, I mean, financially, he's going to be fine. Like he does get the card of financial independence. But there's some kind of hold up. He feels, once again, that feeling of I'm stuck, I'm trapped. I can't manipulate things the way I want to. I can't do the things that I want to do. And if I go to the bottom of the deck, wishes and dreams getting fulfilled. So what I would say is it's just not going to be a Speaker of the House. It'll be something that pays better, but he'll be out of our hair, so I don't see, like anything horribly negative happening to him other than him getting out of politics. I think that's what I'm seeing. So, okay. Should we all say a little prayer before we read on Laura Loomer? What a bizarre energy. Bizarre. I don't even know if I want to say it's dark. What is that? It's almost like cartoonish. Cartoonish, but dark. Weird. And I feel like I never heard of her, and then just one day she manifested herself in front of all of us. I don't know. Oh, interesting. Um, Good news, she's going away. So for those of you that are like me, that's like, ooh, like this is weird energy. Like right now, she's enjoying this moment in the spotlight. She's enjoying it. She likes this. Okay. But her obstacle is the Chariot. It's not going anywhere. It's not carrying her to where she wants to go. Now, there's only 3 cards in the deck where the character's back is turned and they're going. So there she goes. She's leaving us. She has some decisions to make. And then she goes on and she does something else with somebody else, not 45, obviously, but where she is able to get money. Maybe she gets a new sugar daddy. I don't know. She gets, to be this lady of leisure, that sort of thing. Yeah. So, but anyways, we will not have to look at her for much longer, I think. She has a foot out the door and she probably doesn't even know she does. I mean, how deeply do people like that even think? Like, what are, I question some of their cognitive abilities. So if you haven't already, please give me that thumbs up. Leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji. If you want a reading, dianeaquarius.com. And if you are interested in membership, dozens of classes, hundreds of hours of content, all organized in nice, neat playlists right there in the channel, really easy to use. And we'll do a 3-card pull because members, you are getting your unicorn. Oh, well, that one came right out. And I can see this guy wants to come out. Oh, we might have to do 4. We're doing a 4-card pull. Okay. So take a nice deep breath and just ask, what does the universe want me to know today? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, here we go. Number 1, new opportunities. Declutter your life, glimpse a magical doorway. Yes, sometimes, and it's a number 5, and 5 is the number of change. Sometimes we need to declutter, detoxify, remove what no longer serves us because new things are coming in. So love that for you. Number 2, Cosmic Sapphire, and it's a 33, which is a master number, a highly spiritual number. Act with honor and integrity. Speak your truth. This is all about your throat chakra. Open up your throat chakra. Speak your truth. Stand in your power. Be genuine and authentic. Number 3, and this, oh gosh, another master number, 44. I am presence. And and the 4s always have to do with the angels too, right? Expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. And I love that they have the Merkaba here. So expand your knowledge of the universe. Get out on the astral plane and get to that real part of you, the real I am, which is your soul. When you strip away all the labels of daughter, mother, wife, worker, employee, whatever, you're you, right? You are what you are, okay? And number 4, 41, Law of Grace. Beautiful card. And actually 41 would be a 5, so another number of change. Be your divine essence. Dissolve all in grace. So really tap into the divinity that's within you. That part of you that is your soul, the part of you that has grace and mercy. Dissolve all in grace. Give it up to the light. We don't have to fight everything. Sometimes we can just give things up to the light and let the universe take care of it for us. So, all right, everybody. I hope that this was a helpful reading and I gave you a nice deep dive into November 5th to January 20th. It's going to be a crazy time, but you know what? Stay tuned. There'll be more to come. So, all right, everybody, have a beautiful weekend. Bye, guys.